Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
On the corner of my eye, look out the window, and I'm seeing
It's me.
Yes, hi. It's my good friend, Allie. No, I'm watching a balloon on the ground, on the street, just
That's
kind of
me.
like flopping around. Yeah, I mean, that's your spiritual and physical form.
Do you ever feel like a balloon bouncing on the street?
Yeah. Yeah, it is
dying.
holding a microphone, so that does track. That is you.
I didn't ask to be perceived right now.
Right,
Let
I'm
me
sorry.
go.
Yeah, it's too early in the morning for me to perceive you. You're so true.
I'm doing fine down there. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, just doing a status check, just making sure you're good. Just checking in on a good friend.
If you ever see a slightly deflated balloon bouncing down the street, it's me. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Fine. I didn't need your help. Thank you.
Yeah, it's true. You're so capable on your own. I'm sorry.
I'm getting where I needed to go. Thank you.
She's taking the midnight train. Going anywhere.
I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
On my own time. Thank
She's on a
you.
mission. Yeah, she'll get there when she gets there, okay?
I'm the worst person on the sidewalk, going very slowly.
Right. But God damn it, I'll get there.
God
okay?
damn it, I'll get there at my own pace. I'm just having a hard time. But I don't need help. Thank you for asking. Oh, God, I've never related more to that balloon.
Welcome to Into the Therapy. We are unpacking and bopping down a little straight.
Yeah, fuck. When my therapist asks me tomorrow morning how I'm doing, I will say I am a slightly deflated balloon, but I'm still on my way. It's not because of my life circumstances, Jennifer. It's because we have a helium shortage. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. I'm good.
I'm good, Jennifer. Do you want to talk about the aliens? I don't. It's fine. We're fine. You called me delusional. You said that was anxiety when I worried about the aliens with you, Jennifer. Well,
Look at me now.
why don't you take that out of my notes? That it's anxiety, Jennifer. There's fucking government hearings about it now. Getting a little bit more slightly deflated now, Jennifer.
Yeah, at this point, just like half a balloon.
just a small bit of plastic. Just a small piece of litter slowly rolling down the road now, Jennifer.
Shout out to Jennifer.
Shout out to Jennifer, who I pay a $30 copay for every single week. Welcome into Twilight.
Hey. Starting off hot. Starting off strong.
Yeah. We used to say that every week we talk about really fucked up relationships and cryptids, but like, and that used to be a joke. Like, that used to be like a funny little joke that we do.
Well, haha, yeah.
Right. But like, in the news this week, fucked up relationship with people who aren't girls, and fucking government hearings about aliens. So like, is this a current events podcast now? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's all connected. We've always been ahead of the pulse, so welcome.
Sorry that we're prophets, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't want this to happen, but we have no control over our divine powers, so.
We're just contractually obligated to come here every week. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry that everything that we say becomes canon.
Yes. Oh, God.
Now I'm just a fully deflated balloon. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But I'm here. I'm present. Don't mark me late.
We're gonna make do.
For attendance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're glad that you're here.
Yeah. Come on in. Welcome to the space.
That's the last bit of current events that I'll talk about this week, promise.
I swear.
I know that you all you come here and you say, like, that's not what we do here. And I promise and I apologize and I'm sorry. I'm drafting
We're listening and learning.
Right, we're listening and we're learning. How are you?
I'm listening and learning. I'm
Shut
living
the fuck up.
and laughing and loving. I'm taking accountability. Just kidding. I
always think of Vanessa Hudgens when someone says that.
literally though.
It was about Coachella.
Yeah. God, what a time. I have a new development in my life.
Oh my god, what is it?
I'm embracing fatherhood.
Oh my god. Did you get more of those naked babies?
No, I did not. I got a Tamagotchi.
Is that what was on your fucking wrist?
Yes.
I honestly thought you were becoming a spy kid.
No, listen, in a way, yes. Because what if Tamagotchi but on the go?
Whoa.
Okay, listen, this goes way back, right?
Yeah. Like for real, way back.
Like for real way back. I never properly had a Tamagotchi. Like I think like my siblings had them because I was a little bit not like too young, but it was just like not in the things that I was playing with. Like it was not like that kind of toy. Like I had
that's the generational divide between us.
Right. So I like was always around Tamagotchis. I like knew their vibe. I like had played with them before, but not like fully this is me taking care of this tiny Tama. And then like a year or two ago, I see a TikTok from like someone I watch on Twitch named Lexi Games. She's very fun. And she like had this giant like Tamagotchi wristwatch. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Right? What are you talking about? And it was massive. And it was like a Japanese exclusive. So like she bought it from Japan. It was literally all in Japanese. And I was like, that's not my drag. I'm not going to do that. But that was really cool. And then like a few weeks ago, right? My YouTube recommended it. It's like, what if you watched an hour-long video about every Tamagotchi that's ever been made? I was like, check. Yes. I'm in. I'm invested. And so I become a scholar. Now I'm invested in all of this. And I'm like, you know what? The idea of a Tamagotchi is very fun. I do like that.
Right.
And look at that. Not an ad, but they just came out with a new one that is like a full like LED screen. It has Wi-Fi. Whoa. And it has the fucking wristwatch thing that I thought was really cool like a year or two ago, but it was like a little bit smaller and like wasn't in Japanese, and it exists. I was like, fuck yeah, this is my moment. I'm in my Tamagotchi era.
Yeah, when you showed it, it looked like a Kim Possible, like you were gonna get beamed up.
God, I literally feel like I'm in like an early 2000s like cartoon.
It's cool
cartoon.
as fuck though.
It's so sick. It's like a little egg shape, and it's like, it is kind of bulky still, but like in a way that's like cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like space gray, I'd be laughing at you so hard, but it's not. Like, it doesn't look like a tech bro thing. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's not like a Fitbit or Apple Watch, because like, whatever, that's not my drag. And also you can just like, you don't have to keep it in the thing. Like, it also just exists on its own, like as a little Tamagotchi.
Yeah, but why would you do that if you have a wristband though?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can take them on walks, which is very fun. So it's like, you can just like walk around. And it's great because I'm like, I also do need to take a little mental health walk every day, a little hot girl walk. So why not bring my little buddy,
Oh my god.
my son, with me? And I'm having the time of my life.
Wow. You make fatherhood sound beautiful.
Yeah, see, listen, it's hard. Because sometimes he just poops on the floor and he doesn't know how to use the toilet.
Aww.
But I'm trying my best out here.
My Tamagotchi was I honestly think it was the first time I ever experienced anxiety. Because I was like young when I had mine.
Sure.
And I was afraid of like, what happens if I let it go and I go to sleep? Like, I think my Tamagotchi, when I had it as like very young, like I think that was iPad babies for my age group.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like it when you tell me about these things because my brain only knows to go down rabbit holes.
Yeah, the last few happy things I feel like I've enabled you in not a great way. Because what I'm doing is like, I'm unemployed, so I could just fucking hang out with my Tama, right? I could just chill out, right? But you like have a real job and you're like, you have things you need to do. You have responsibilities.
I'm going to be telling my interns tomorrow, like, hey, I didn't sleep. Let me tell you everything I know about Tamagotchis now.
Right. Here's a video essay that I totally went down a rabbit hole in like a million eBay tabs that I have open.
They're going to be like, what the fuck did you do all weekend?
Yeah, you just woke up in a fugue state. What the fuck did I do last night?
Ms. Johnson, your eyes look bloodshot. What happened?
Yeah.
I haven't thought about a Tamagotchi since I was since it was literally like 1998.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Well, welcome. Yeah. That's my truth now. How are you doing, my friend?
I mean, I'm kind of sitting in this like glow of nostalgia now, which is kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
I also have a digital treat to bring.
I love this.
Specifically a person in a digital form to bring.
Okay. Sure.
So I know, listen, hey, I know we've talked about the Righteous Gemstones before, but fuck off. Yes. I'm bringing the Righteous Gemstones because when this episode airs, this season 3 will be done. Mm-hmm. So I'm just already going to say that the 2-part finale was beautiful and great. This season has been so good for no reason. What I'm specifically going to bring, though, as my happy thing is Amy Lee as a hologram.
God.
Specifically, Amy Lee as a hologram, Amy Lee / DMX as a hologram.
Oh, no.
Have you seen this episode?
No, I'm not caught up, but I'm here for the ride.
Okay. I won't spoil this moment too much for you.
Yeah.
Because the way that this plays out is legitimately the funniest moment of this season so far. And I think that you need to be able to see it to appreciate it. For those of you who watch The Righteous Gemstones, Amy Lee is the matriarch of the family who Uncle Baby Billy has decided to spice up the church by putting her and making her into a hologram. He didn't do it. He paid someone to do it.
Sure.
The problem, though, is that the technology used to make Amy Lee into a hologram, the person who does it is the same person who made DMX into a hologram.
Oh, no.
So, in the moment that they show this to the family, which again, I'm not going to tell you how it goes, but it doesn't, patriarch of the family, it doesn't go well.
Yeah. Sure, naturally.
Amy Lee for the whole time is not Amy Lee as a hologram. DMX does make an appearance. Okay. And I haven't laughed. I laugh all the time in The Righteous Gemstones. It's one of my favorite shows of like all time. Sure. I haven't laughed that hard in this season until that specific moment.
Oh, man.
And I need you to watch that moment to fully understand how much Uncle Baby Billy is like, look at this beautiful creation that I made. I'm so proud. And them and all of the children are staring in horror like, what the fuck did you do to my mom? And why is she DMX?
Oh, no.
So anyways, the season is great. And there's so many interesting people that they pulled in for this season. But specifically that moment was so funny. And I love it a lot.
Yeah, I do. You are right that the show is very good. It's one of those rare ones where I have actually watched it after you have said it, and I am like, you're right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you did it. But I am very much enjoying this, and I am so scared and excited to see whatever the fuck this is.
It's so good. And listen, I know some of you are going to be like, yeah, I'm dressing as Barbie and Ken for this Halloween, and that's fine or whatever, live your truth. But if some of you don't dress up as Uncle Baby Billy in his shell costume, then you're fucking missing out on comedy for Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to need to apologize to you all ahead of time for these current events, because it's truly just a whiplash on a whiplash.
There's a lot of things going on here.
So this first piece of current events, on the outset, sounds nice. And then I'm going to put some salt on your sugar here. So we have, after 12 years, a music video for Turning Page by Sleeping at Last. Ryan was like, it's been enough time. We got you. However, Ryan from Sleeping at Last has decided to make this music video full of just a gaggle of So You Could Think You Can Dance people. Including starring, I can't even say his name, Derek Huff, who I never thought would need to come up on this show.
Yeah, never in my wildest dreams what I thought.
Because why?
There would be any intersection.
Why would he? Why?
God, this is like the most 2012 coded shit I've ever
It's such
seen.
a contemporary piece from So You Think You Can Dance that I've ever seen. There's so much rolling. There's so much gasping at faces. There's a lot of neutral, like, clothing pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But Ryan's going to get that money. So love that for him.
Oh, listen.
If he didn't already have enough money
coin.
coming in from Shondaland, because they play his music on every episode.
Literally.
But he's got 2 daughters. I love that. He needs that money. I love that for him. It's just a real jump scare, and I don't want you to be scared if you go and watch that music video, because it's just the biggest, like, 2010 music, like, dance competition thing you've ever seen in your life. And I'm sorry. I can't think of anything more Twilight related than the Turning Page song. So
yeah, no, that's so real.
Now, some of you might be like, how in the world is this related? And to that I say, fuck you. Because this is my Barbie. Because some of us, me, can't go see Barbie until it goes on VOD. So I would like to bring into the space a short film called Girl Blunt.
Hell yeah.
This was made by the director Clementine. And the synopsis of this 10-minute short film is 2 young women decide to use their newly found drug dealing business to get revenge against a conniving man of their past.
Hell yeah.
The reason why I'm bringing this to the space is, 1, go support an amazing short film by a Black trans filmmaker. But also, and tangentially related, there is a beautiful moment in this short film where one of the characters makes a heart out of weed on a Twilight DVD.
That's fucking cinema.
And that is art, friends. I don't know what to tell you.
We did it. We pack it up, everyone. We made all the movies that we need to. This is it. This is the only shot that matters.
And this is coming from someone who knows literally nothing about drug. Like, if I walked in to a legal, because they're legal here in Washington, a legal weed store, they'd be like, you're in the wrong spot. I'm sorry. Like, I don't go.
You got to get out of here.
Like, I don't know. You're legally allowed to be in here, but you shouldn't be in here. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I'd be like, you're right. I've fucked up. This fucking photo is the prettiest thing I've ever seen. And it's my Barbie, and gorgeous. I don't know. That's my truth.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen Barbie, so I don't know. But I will say, friends, I've seen a lot of clips of Barbie on TikTok of you taking your phones out in the theater. When did we decide that was cool, by the way?
Like, what happened? Yeah, the spoilers and the fully just recording has gone through the roof.
And I'm honestly, like, I don't even give a fuck about spoilers, but, like, when did we decide it was okay to just start filming movies? Like, and listen, I'm fine with fucking pirating, but y'all are just, like, putting this on TikTok. Like, they can geotag you. Be careful.
Right. Yeah,
do crime better.
Be smart. Yeah. Be better.
Be better at crime. Hey, talking about crime, can we talk about...
Okay, segue.
How's my segue? Could you imagine if I was doing this podcast on a Segway, by the way? This whole time? That'd be wild.
You have said that, like, multiple times. Could you imagine?
Okay, this is going to be a real one. This is going to be a hard one for me, to be honest, because I don't fucking remember what we talked about a couple weeks ago. Okay, here's what I remember from when we talked last week. Wink. Okay, Rose and Dimitri said they loved each other and then fucked like you're supposed to do to appease the Lord.
Sure. Right.
I mean, it was still out of wedlock, so Stephanie is, like, dying. But, how all good couples are supposed to do. They're supposed to say, I love you, and then they're supposed to have sex.
Yeah, the Bachelor rules.
And then Rose, like you do after coitus, you go into your Bond babe's head to relax. She was like, oh, I know who the murderer is. It's my boyfriend. Whoops. My boyfriend's mom. Oh. That's
Yikes.
what I... Whoops. And that's what you missed, Ungly.
That is what you missed, Ugly. That was a great summation.
Thank you. From last week. What are we reading this week?
Chapter 31. Okay? So...
Everyone open up your books.
I got
Chapter 31.
Right. Yeah, go to page fucking
496.
So, there we are. And so Rose's like, I got it. I know who it is, and we gotta tell everyone. And also, back at Maroy Court, Lissa is also putting the pieces together. The Bond babes are Bond babing hard.
She Googles, how do you write a speech? How do you write a speech and say, I want to be queen, but also I can't be queen?
I can't be, but I want to. And, like, what if you just trust me? Like, let me?
So nominate me, maybe.
Right.
Bow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And they're kind of looking at the whole Daniela situation. And it's like, we don't really have a lot of proof. Like, we just kind of got vibes up to this point. It's all kind of vibe-based. And there's definitely, even if there's, like, quote-unquote evidence, like, people are more willing to believe the kind of not as great evidence against Rose versus someone like Daniela, obviously.
Very much I want to believe energy.
Exactly. Right.
Also, can we talk about the fact that Lissa is wearing a wedding dress to this election ceremony?
Yeah. So, that's a choice. That's interesting.
I mean, it's not, Lissa, okay, it's not, but she's wearing an ivory silk dress.
Yeah.
To this. So, like, what do you want me to do with that information, Pharaoh?
Yeah, it's like, how am I supposed to deal with this? Okay.
Yeah, that and pearl earrings sounds like wedding attire.
And so the crowd again loving her, right? She's like walking in, she's being queenly, looking royal as fuck.
Beatlemania. When she's walking there, people passing out.
Yeah, they're fainting, they're fangirling, they're loving it. They're going, please sign my boob. We love you so much. Oh my god.
They're throwing bras at her.
Like,
Christian's confused, but also loving it.
Yeah, and they have all these little chants like, bring back the dragon! Vasilissa's the brave! Woo! Yeah! And Lissa internally freaking out.
Yeah, she's already nervous enough about this speech. Not helping, friends.
Right. And it's also like, we have now this whole Daniela situation going on. What the fuck? I'm already freaking out. I hate it here.
Right.
But you can't tell because she's cool as a cucumber. And there's like a huge turnout. Very unprecedented. Everyone's loving Lissa. They're freaking out.
Yeah, according to Rose, this ballroom looks like a rock concert.
Yeah, right. It's like a whole... Everyone's here. And there's a bunch of, obviously, like, Hampiers, too. And, all the Maroy, even if they're not royal. And Lissa has this moment where she's like, you know what? I think we should have popular votes. Like, everyone should be able to cast a vote if they wanted to. And Christian's like, okay, slow your roll. We're already breaking a bunch of rules by even having you here, so let's just take it one step at a time, okay? Let's not overthrow the government just yet.
Apparently Christian is pro-electoral college, which I was not expecting.
Right, like, okay, sir. Thought you were a bit of a rebel. Thought you were a bit of a for the people kind of guy, but whatever, it's fine.
All right, interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, everyone's here. We got
right.
in this ballroom, rock concert, everyone's favorite Maroy, Mick Jagger's here, like, it's
right.
huge.
Yeah, and then we have the other nominees, Rufus, bad dude, we don't like him.
Rufus.
And, yeah, boo, tomato, and Marie, who is fine, I guess.
Everyone's favorite beige, Marie.
Yeah, she's there,
Right.
We also get a Tasha moment where she's like, hey, before you do anything, Lissa, we got bad news. Depending on how you define bad news. And Ethan said that Daniela was there that night, and that she met with Tatiana alone. It just, it was on the records, he just didn't realize it. Or it wasn't on the records. But he swears that he saw it happen, and saw Daniela.
Okay.
So, T.
Interesting. And then Daniela comes to talk to Lissa, and she's shaking in her boots.
Right. It's like, oh god. Murderer.
And apparently, like, Daniela seems sincere. She's like, listen,
Right.
girly pop, I don't know how you got involved with this, but good luck. Also, have you seen my son? I don't know. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Where's my boy?
Where's my sweet boy? Lissa's also like, wait a second. I haven't seen Adrian in like a whole ass day. That's weird.
Yes. That's a great question. He's always just kind of like lurking around. Interesting.
So she honestly can't lie to her. She's like,
Yeah.
I honestly don't know where your son is. Why don't you go figure that out?
Right. And then it's speech time. Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan gets up to the podium. It's like, hear ye, hear ye. These three will tell you their stories.
Fucking
and
Nathan.
decide if they should rule you. And Rufus, fucking this guy, gets up first and is going on to like, he's going full like extremism, right? He's like,
Nowhere
fully
safe.
missing the losing the plot and being like, just fully attack Ad on Lissa, being like, she shouldn't even be here, she doesn't go here. Like, she's just a baby and she has no family. Boo, we hate that. You need a strong someone to like protect your children, and
You need to vote someone
do
in
all these,
whose
like-
parents are still alive.
right. That's how you know someone's able to lead. I still have parents.
If
So-
Lissa was good, she would have kept her parents alive. And it's like, wait a second, what the
maybe
fuck?
she should have tried harder.
And everyone, like, there are some people who are like, that was kind of fucked up. But some other people are like, yeah, actually, this is kind of scary. And it's like, God damn it, Rufus. You're so fucked up.
Yeah.
Stop making people scared for no reason.
Yeah.
Because he's like charismatic. So people are like,
Mhm.
and he's using these like nasty tricks. So he's like good
Yeah.
at making them scared.
He's really playing to the pathos here.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
It's a very convincing speech sayer. And then we get Marie, who's
Energy vampire.
fine. Yeah, just sucks out the life of the room out of everyone. And it's just like, thank you. This is why I should be queen. And just like sits down. Like, please vote for me. Bye. Great.
And the problem
Good
is,
job,
like,
everyone.
poor Marie, she is thoughtful, she is detailed,
Yes.
she is competent, but she's not charismatic. And she talks in a
Right.
monotone. So everyone's like, ugh, a woman. Ew.
Not showing emotion or not caring. Ooh. Ew.
How will she do this if she has no emotion? Ew.
Right. How could we trust her?
Right.
And then it's Lissa time. Cracks knuckles. Let's
Right.
It's like, y'all ready for this? For the shit I'm on?
Yeah, she's the only one who gets a walk-up song, actually.
Yeah. Right. She's like high-fiving people on the way up. She's like... and she kind of slays this, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if she realizes it at this point yet, but she actually is really good at this.
Yeah, she's kind of a great speech writer. Because she's like, listen, we're all in this together, baby. We're all fighting a common enemy, but like, we're too busy fighting each other, and that's why they're winning, and that's why the Strigoi are fucking lapping us up. That sucks. And it's all because we're being petty against each other, and that sucks. And Rose is like, if I was there, I'd be like on the edge of my seat, just like leaning in. But apparently everyone else in the this room is also doing that, so we love to see it.
And apparently she gave like a Goldilocks speech. She has something for Maroi and something for
Right.
Hampiers in here. So people are like, okay, all right, we can do this.
Right.
And they love it.
Yeah.
And apparently there's like a really long applause that Nathan's like, all right.
Right, wrap it up, all right? You can't even be
Vote
queen,
for her.
so.
Yeah. She doesn't even go here. Stop.
Right. And he was like, it was a pretty speech, okay? But now it's time for the adults to step up here. Okay, that was cute and all. But it's time for and by law, only 2 candidates can be obviously voted for.
Interesting
And
two-party
'cause
system you have here.
Yeah, interesting how that happens. And he's like, also, this is so rude of like salt in the wound because everyone knows that Lissa doesn't have a family member at this point in time, right?
Yeah.
And so the fact that he keeps asking and being like, so by the rules, you have to have a family member lead you there. Do you have one of those? And Lissa's like, no, dude, we know this. Why
Obviously
do you have to
not,
ask
Nathan?
this?
God.
This is the whole thing, man. We have to rub salt in the wound. Fuck, man. And then he's like, sorry, princess. Like, afraid your part of the game is over. Sit down. And then people go ballistic.
He's not
Holy
nice.
wild. Yeah, everyone's like yelling. People are being like, what the fuck? Let her do it. Whatever. And people are like standing. They're going hard in the paint for Lissa. And they're fighting. Everyone's yelling. And it's chaotic.
And Janine had said this earlier, that because of the fact that, cause they had seen this earlier when this happened, but Janine was like, listen, we know how chaotic these things get. Like, you're really only going to get to the speeches today. They're not going to get to a vote.
Yeah,
And,
like there's no way they're going to be able to calm down enough
Exactly.
to actually do business.
and that's very much what's happening right now, is like they're getting back to the same argument that we saw before. And they're going to have to close this session and come back tomorrow to actually vote on between Rufus and Beige Marie.
Beige Marie. There is a really nice moment too before it gets back into Rose's POV that like Liz is kind of like observing the chaos and is like, I don't know what's going on, I have anxiety. But catches Ekaterina, former Miss Queen, Miss Old Woman.
Oh yeah,
and
Queen
she gives her
Toothless.
like a little wink, which I thought was very cute.
It was. I loved that. And like, this is the part where Rose is like, all right, I didn't know before, but I know now, like, she's gonna be queen. I'm gonna make this happen.
Right. Yeah, we can do this.
Yeah.
It's Jill time.
It's Jill time!
It's time for Jill to make her moment. I love, too, that, like, as soon as Rose kind of snaps back to reality, Dimitri's like, that's a dangerous look you have on your face. What the fuck what kind of scheme did you concoct with? And Rose is like, who, me? I never scheme. What are you talking about? I
Me,
have a great
scheming?
idea.
Never.
Who? God. Poor Jill, though. She is, like, going through it. Understandably so.
Feel really bad for her.
Yeah.
It has been a
she's
rough, like 48... Has it been 2 days? Maybe 3 days now?
Yeah, something like that.
It's been
She
a rough
was just
time
like-
for Jill.
Yeah, it's been a rough... It's not Jill's week, right? And she's just, like, fully disassociating in this car. And Rose like, hey, bud, you good? Are you alive? You want to chat? And, you know, Jill has a lot of internalized stuff about this, of being used, right, as, like, a pawn. And kind of, like...
Which she is. Like,
Which is, like, true. And also that is her motive in this entire thing. Because, again, we've not seen Jill or really been invested in Jill for a long time. And so she is definitely a pawn. But Rose is like, no, of course not.
No, babe, never.
You're a full human being. Like, you're a competent person with a personality and dreams and hobbies that we all know and love. Besides the fact that your mom is a ballerina, that's all we know. But that's okay. We love you, Jill. You're so cool and important to this, and we are friends for sure.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah, we're, like, totally Team Jill. Like, we care about you so much.
Right. You're not the B team, right? You're on our level.
Yeah, Jill.
You're in the main friend group, for sure. For sure.
Jill, you thought you were JV? Babe, you're totally varsity. How dare
You're
you?
so varsity. Don't sell yourself short, Jill.
While all of this is happening, apparently Sonia has been working on more charms.
Hell yeah. Go off, queen. She's setting up
so
an
she
Etsy
got, like-
shop after this. She's going to the flea markets. She's making the rounds.
Yeah, she got, like, a gift shop silver bracelet and is using it on Rose. This is different than the one that she used to help with her brain.
Yeah.
And it is making Rose's appearance altered right now.
Yes. Right.
Which
so that
will
is
be
helpful to know.
important when they try to break in to see Sydney Sweeney.
Right.
So I do remember last time that we talked, when we were talking about, like, Rose making a plan with Adrian to, like, pass stuff on to Mikhail. I was like, I hope that, like, Adrian doesn't come, because that would be awkward. But then I was also remembering, like, oh no, I don't think that Rose has put it together yet. Like, Mikhail is coming, and Sonia's here. This is going to be, like, a huge reuniting moment.
There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. A lot of emotional reunions are about to happen.
And if we know anything from playing Cooking Mama, you can't have that many cooks in the kitchen.
Right. It's one mama. That's it.
You can only have one mama. So when they ended up getting into this parking lot, and I saw Adrian came out of the car with the can, I was like, fuck. Oh, no.
No. Uh-oh.
But I didn't really get a chance to think about it, because then I saw Mikhail and Sonia, and I died.
Yeah, weeping. Utterly weeping. They're just, like, frozen. Sonia's eyes are, like, wide, and they're just, like, running forward and, like, embracing each other, crying. It's fucked up. I can't believe this. Everyone's just so happy to be back. They love each other so much.
Bless Rose's heart. She's like, oh, I'm not the main character for a moment. I forgot about that.
Like, whoa, there's actually other people with other relationships here. Interesting. Cool,
Interesting
cool,
how
cool.
that works.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that I was going to get this. I didn't know that I could have happy things come out of this book.
Right, and not just pain
and not just pain and suffering. And, like, don't get me wrong, this is painful, but it's, like, the good kind of pain, and that is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it hurts in such a beautiful way. So thank you, Ferrero.
And, like, everyone's crying.
Making up a little bit. For what you've done.
For what you've done to my heart.
Exactly. And I just want happy things for Mikhail. Like, he's just been through so much. And I just want him to be happy.
Right.
Because no one believed
and
him.
Everyone's... Yeah. And he was right.
He was right this whole time, and Hans made him work in the basement. God. And I just wanted him to be happy. So, I'm still mad at you, Ferrero, for all of the pain and suffering you've put me through, but this made up for it a little bit.
Yeah. So, Rose is like, okay, glad you guys had your little moment. I do need a favor, though, if I may ask for something.
We are
I
still
did kind
on
of bring your
timetable.
girl back, so I do think you kind of owe me one. We need to get to the hotel where the alchemists are staying. And Mikhail's like, bro, like, we can't get you anywhere.
They'll
Like,
shoot you down.
You're wanted, #1. Public enemy #1. We can't bring you. And she's like, well, I got Sonia's cool little bracelet, so fuck with me. Okay?
Mikhail's so tired of her bullshit.
Right. She just, like, whips it out. He's like, big size. God damn it, you're so annoying. I just want to hang out with my girl, who I haven't seen in 3 years, because I thought, and she was, turned into an evil fucking Strigoi. Fuck, I now have to do another errand for you? God damn it. It's always something with you, Rose.
Like, the best gift that Rose could give Mikhail has just been given, and the second thing that he wants is just to, like, never see Rose again. Because all that she does is bring him into bullshit. And now, like, not 2 seconds later, she's like, so more bullshit?
Right, so what if? One more round? One for the road? You know?
God. This poor man. But he does it. I'll give that to him.
Yeah.
He's like, but only this time, Rose. So now they go in, and Sonia and Jill and Dimitri and Adrian stay outside.
Yeah.
Just enough for Rose to be like, I hope they don't fucking talk to each other, because this is my nightmare.
Right.
And has to tell Dimitri, like, don't you fucking talk to him, because this is my cross to bear. Don't say anything.
Right. And not before he, like, kisses the top of her head, and Adrian's, like, caught a glimpse, and it's like, hey, what? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. And Rose is like, motherfucker.
You know how teammates just kiss each other on the forehead sometimes?
You know.
Teammates
Fellas,
who, like...
is it gay?
Kind of don't talk to each other?
On the forehead.
Cool, great. Great, good.
Everything's really good. Everyone's in a really good spot right now.
Yep. I think my favorite part about all of this is the fact that Sydney was absolutely not surprised that Rose broke in.
Yeah. And she's like... Because I think Rose is trying to get, like, a little bit of a reaction when taking off the ring.
Yep.
Like, hello, it's me. And Sydney's just, like, straight face, like, fucking you idiot. Like, you are so annoying.
She's just absolutely so
funny.
over her bullshit, and I think that that's beautiful.
Yeah, I love her. I love her so much.
Just, like, doesn't even size at her, like, doesn't even look up from the book that she's reading, and is just like,
no.
So are you gonna get me out of here? Or what do you want?
Right. It's like, actually, I can't do that, but I do need you to do something for me. You need to talk to the boy who very much has a crush on you and get some deets with us. And Sydney's like, what? Red, blushing. What do you mean? Who, me? I just like cars and fries.
She's just a really beautiful, well-rounded character who just happens to like 2 things. That's it.
I love her. She's everything.
She's just a really simple person.
Like that. And do be like that sometimes, you know?
People do be like that sometimes.
Right. I can't blame her for having simple hobbies and wishes and dreams.
Right. And she just wants to stay away from shenanigans. And I think that that's really fair.
Right.
So Ian doesn't want to give up the ghost. And it's like, fucking Ian, do you not understand that they have more power than you right now? Like, shut up.
Right. Come on now.
But turns out, when he finally does spill the beans, he's like, so the guy with the scarred hand, he was with a Moroi woman. However, the description that he gives is apparently not Daniela.
Yeah.
And Rose was so dead set on this being Daniela. Interesting.
Interesting. It's almost like someone picked up on that a week
It's
ago.
almost like that was a fucking red herring. It's almost like that was too easy.
Well. Look how the turntables.
I feel really bad that Sydney couldn't come with, though.
Yeah, chapter 30, Sydney is like, guys, come on.
Come on, please.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm so bored in this hotel room, and I'm literally imprisoned by your fucking fake-ass government for no reason. It sucks, man.
I'm literally just a human, and they keep saying words to pretend like they're powerful, and it makes no sense to me. I got a letter like 2 weeks ago that said I have to have jury duty. They don't even understand what jury duty is here.
I'm so confused. I need to get out of here.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
But anyway, Sydney's like, it's fine. Whatever. Just go help your friends.
Yeah. And everyone's kind of like waiting out for the car, and Adrian's like fucking 30 feet away for some reason. He's pouting, walking around.
So over this kid.
Not looking at anyone. God. But they tell what they learned, and Adrian's like, no fucking way. Like, your alchemist pals are wrong.
And also, you were accusing my mom?
Right, yeah.
Because he was not aware of that accusation before.
Finally, they all fucking get to the conclusion that Ambrose was fucking right. Y'all didn't have to interrogate that poor dude at his workplace.
I know.
Interrogating all of his fucking, babes who were exonerated. God, glad we're on the same page. It's a political motive. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So now they have to go and tell everyone who the murderer was. They have to go introduce Jill.
Right.
They got a lot of things to go shock the court about.
It's a big day. There's a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah. What I'm worried about here is, and this makes sense to me, because Rose is like, so the woman Ian had been describing, it's Tasha. Like, Ferrero, I know you're trying to do the suspense thing. It's Tasha. Couldn't have done everything that they'd been pinning on Daniela. That makes sense to me.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yes.
That,
it's a two-person crime.
Yeah. So they're trying to talk this through on the way to court. And they're saying, like, there's two people that we were confusing as one person. And they might not even be aware of each other. So we're mixing up the evidence. We got to split this up and decide who was who.
Right.
So it makes sense when they're doing this that, like, the angry letter and the bribery were things that Daniela did.
Yes.
But it doesn't make sense that she killed Tatiana.
Right. Because they're like, Daniela is going to, like, deal with things in the back channels, right? Like, she's going to use her status to, like, have people do the dirty work for her. And she'll, like, have threatening things and, like, more of those, like, kind of less hands-on type stuff. But there's definitely other parts of this that are not, like, by her hand.
Right.
That don't make sense.
And I think, they mentioned it before about the bodyguard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when they were talking about the guy with the hand that Ian recognized, it doesn't make sense for that to be Daniela, because Daniela has, like, Moroi security. Like...
Right.
Or not even security, but, like, she has a guardian. She wouldn't need to hire security.
Right. Yeah.
However, as we know, like, this has been a long-standing thing throughout all the books, that the Ozeras don't have guardians.
Right, because they've been, like, publicly shamed.
Right.
Out of that.
Because of fucking, discrimination for something that was not in their control, which is why Tasha's, like, the way Tasha is. One, because she can, like, take care of herself, right? But it would make sense then why she would have to hire outside security. Hence the handman.
Right. Yeah, because... Handman.
The handman?
That's the handman.
Right. So, it makes sense why they were confused and they were trying to pin all of this on one person, but it's not all one person.
Right.
It's just not.
It can't be.
It can't be. And of course, like, Daniela was only looking after herself. Like, she was only looking after her son and, like, her kin. Whereas Tasha, her reasons were more political of, like, the larger community.
Right.
I mean, I would argue that she didn't need to kill Tatiana, but...
To get her point across, but, you know.
Right, but...
Do what you gotta do, I guess.
You know, whatever. Anyway, Abe was right. Or, not Abe. Ambrose was right, so...
Ambrose never been wrong in his life.
Exactly.
Love that man.
Love that man. That's my...
That's my soapbox.
That's my soapbox.
So, it's time to get into the ballroom.
I'm so stressed.
At this point, they're worried about, because Rose is disguised, but they're also nervous about Jill, because she's also the talk of the town of her kidnapping.
Right.
And also Dimitri. And Rose is just, like, begging Adrian, who is, like, not looking at her at all. He's like, who are you? I don't know who you are. It's like, please, man, just do this, like, for Lissa and for Jill, and, like, just, can you just do this fucking thing for them? Don't do it for me. And he's like, oh, I guess. So they're all disguised. They're ready to go. To saunter into the ballroom, completely unnoticed.
And even with the disguise, this is still such a big risk.
Right. It's still incredibly dangerous. And also, they don't know how long it's going to last, how strong the spirit is going to be, like, if they can hold on to it for that long.
Right.
Yada, yada, yada. And look who it is, our good man Abe, our good friend. Abe.
Finally here, in the ballroom,
God,
at the back of the room, like usual.
Strolling in. Yeah. And he's like, motherfucker, something's wrong with you. And you're fucking... and Rose is like trying to be like, old man, don't you recognize me with my cool disguise? And he's like, you are so annoying. Why are you here? Why did you not follow any of my rules? What the fuck is wrong with you? And Rose is like, I got it. I got a plan. Just fucking trust me, okay? It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time here.
I love this because he's like trying to be like getting more information of like, you didn't trust me to stay put in West Virginia, and she's like, Abe, I cannot express to you how little time we have right now. Like, shut up. Help me get the attention of the room right now.
Yeah. Like, I'll drop the dad bomb, okay? I'll say it. Just to get you connected to me. Alright. And Abe fucking calls over, oh my god. What is
Janine?
Holy shit. Janine, sorry. Jesus. Janine, which is cute. And she's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Who are
There's
these
no
people?
time. These are our silly kids and their friends. Hate it here. But we're gonna cause a commotion. Y'all ready for this? It's fucking go time.
I love this so much. Because the thing is like, with the disguise that Rose and Dimitri is wearing, it just makes them look kind of blurry. So Janine also doesn't recognize them. And
right.
So Abe is like, when Janine asked who these people are, Abe was like, who would be foolish enough to break into a court after escaping it? And she's like, what the fuck? So
like,
the only person that they recognize is Mikhail. They don't recognize Rose and Dimitri.
Right. Yeah.
Amazing.
And also, too, Lissa can see through disguises because she has spirit, which is very fun. And she's like, oh my god, bestie. And Rose's like, no, keep it cool. We have a plan. Keep our cover, all right? But trust me on this. It's gonna figure out. It's gonna be fine. And Abe is fucking like,
Abe has to go.
Shoves Nathan out of the
Kill
way.
Nathan.
Rips the microphone out of his hand. Is like, attention, hello, everyone. Can I get your attention, please?
Quick interlude for some spoken word poetry.
Yeah. It's like, we have some things to say. And just like, is like, I actually don't know what we have to say, so take it away. And like, Rose is like, okay, here we go. It's time to party. Oh god.
The amount of trust to have in your daughter at this moment.
Yeah, god. But Abe loves the chaos too. It's like, fuck it up,
does.
man. Like, let's go. That's my girl.
It's probably the best day he's had in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And Rose is like, listen, I'm here to settle a debate once and for all, because the rules can't stay the same, because Lissa is entitled to her council vote, and she's eligible to sit on the throne, because she isn't the only Dragomir left. Mic drop. And then Jill, like, very slowly and scaredly walks up. Poor girl has to make her case out here. And it's like, this is Jill. Everyone say hi to Jill. She's Eric Dragomir's illegitimate bastard daughter. And she's part of the bloodline.
Now she drops the mic.
Drop mic. Yeah, she picked it up earlier and then dropped it again the second time.
And then the whole room explodes.
Yeah, well, before the whole room explodes, Abe, like, swoops in at the second because it's kind of quiet, and everyone's like, something's gonna happen. Like, people are gonna get exploding. And Abe's just like, well, in case anyone needs proof, DNA test will clear up this situation. Thank you. Okay. Fully commits to the bit. I love it.
I love him.
And then everyone fucking loses their mind. Everyone's shouting. Everyone's, like, talking over each other. And then Daniela stands up, just fully, with not even a microphone, with her just strong, powerful voice. It's like,
she should have been the one
she's right.
hosting this instead of Nathan, because she projects better.
Yeah, right. She's a showwoman, okay? She knows what she's doing. She's done musical theater.
She is the greatest showman.
Fuck, so true. And so everyone's, like, quiet. She's like, they're all right. Eric Dragomir did have an illegitimate daughter with that Mastrano gal. And we covered it up. And I helped with that. So that's the tea. And also this makes it click in Rose's mind of, like, oh, that's why those fucking records and the alchemist place was, like, broken into. Because they were trying to erase any and all connection to this. Big brain. Let's go. And even calls Danielle out on that. She's like, yeah, I did that too.
And she fully,
because I want
like,
to protect my boy.
Villain monologues. Because she's like, because if the Dragomirs faded, Spirit might too, and Adrian would be safe, and you are just making Spirit get too much attention too fast.
Right.
Ma'am?
Like, truly, like, Bond villain telling you the entire plan before he's about to kill you, giving the other person enough time to have a counter. Like, what the fuck is going on here? She's so confident.
And I think it only might be that way because she doesn't know that it's Rose, because she still has her disguise on. And so...
Right, exactly.
She ends this monologue being like, so what I'd like to know is who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And some of the audience get quiet too, because they're like, we've never seen these people in our lives.
Yeah, it's like, who are these randos? How do they get in here?
Right.
What's happening?
Some of the people in the crowd
and
are
Rose
like, she doesn't even go here.
Yeah. And Rose is like, I could keep on my little disguise, but I'm pissed off. These people all fucking pinned a murder on me. Right. Made me public enemy number 1. Fuck these guys. I'm gonna tell them to their face. Clear everyone's name. Clear my name. And fuck everything up right now. And just, like, dramatically rips off the bracelet. It's like, I'm Rose Hathaway, bitch. She doesn't say bitch, but I wish she did.
And she keeps dropping the mic.
She spiritually said it.
It's a cacophony.
She picked it up again, dropped it again, threw it. Tossed it down and said, fuck with me.
I'm so fucking nervous, dude.
God, this is gonna be a fight.
So we've got part of this. We've outed Daniela. We have Jill. But we still haven't outed, and they've said, like, we're back in court now, but we still haven't outed Tasha now, and I'm so nervous.
Yeah, I'm scared.
So we're so close. Next week is penultimate, chapter 33, 34. And then the week after, we're like, done.
God. Can you believe?
I can't. I feel like it's gone fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
time flies when you're having fun,
man.
In a 600-page book.
This is so real. We have some amazing patrons to thank. Do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Alex Dornan.
Ooh, thank you to Jasmine Anastasia.
Pew pew. Thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Cart.
Oh, thank you to Hope Castile.
Ooh, thank you to Maddie Facinelli.
Pew pew. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ow. Thank you to Sophia Salinger.
Ooh, thank you to Laura Forty.
Pew pew. Thank you to Dan Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Ow. Thank you to Jaylene Ivashkov.
Ooh, and last but certainly not least, thank you to Ashlyn Vogel.
Ow, ow.
I have a fanfiction for you this week that was written by the author Masked_Phantom.
Okay.
It is titled Oops, You're Bella from Twilight. And the summary is, aka the Rosella fanfic that nobody asked for, but I wanted.
Okay.
The author, like the additional tags say content warning for Mormon stereotypes, I guess, and the writing equivalent of doing a Twilight speedrun.
Oh my goodness.
So this is from chapter 1, and it seems like this is from like the very start of Twilight, from Bella's perspective. Your mother is a washed out former pop star. That's right, you're one of those celebrity kids. They say Scott Pilgrim ruined a whole generation of women, but it was actually Renee Summers. She led an all-girl group back in the late 80s to early 90s before she met your father. The band itself broke up and got back together several times over the decades, before finally calling the quits for good when you were about 4 years old, which, ironically enough, scarred you more than your parents' separation. Most people your age wouldn't even know her name, but back in her heyday, Renee was easily a mid-C-list celebrity. But much like the other has-beens, cough, Madonna, cough, she seems to be stuck in the past, trying to relive her lost glory. As a result, your childhood wasn't exactly the most stable. It could be worse, though. Instead of having one-night stands and a drug habit, Renee simply spent too many nights in Margaritaville with whatever new, interesting male star she'd hooked in to try and prove to your father that she's, quote, totally over the divorce. Brian was her most recent boyfriend, going on for 8 months strong, a new record. Maybe this engagement will be the one that sticks after all. You had your bags all packed, and your novelty cacti were all accounted for. Giving your mom a hug, you said, "I'm gonna miss you, Mom." "Feel free to visit us anytime, baby," Renee said. "You're always welcome in Jacksonville, Bells," Brian added, trying to get on your good side. He offered you a fist bump, which you half-heartedly accepted. You waved goodbye to the pair as you went through the gate. Next stop, Forks, Washington. End scene.
Damn. Okay.
I feel like Renee in this context would have made a lot more sense to me.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Like,
It all tracks.
why Charlie fell for her, and also why she is the way she is in the books and the movies. So there is so much of this in here. There's like so many chapters.
Hell yeah.
And it ends up, from what I can tell, anyways, being gay. So if you all are interested in reading it, please enjoy. Yes. We are so close to the end here, and we'll be providing you all some options for the fall of what we might be moving forward with, so stay tuned. But as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow.
Into the Twilight is an Earbud Media production. Our theme music is by Eli Krauss, and our artwork is by Maddie Padilla. Follow the show on Twitter at Into the Twilight, and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight. Send us an email or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. You can find Allie at Into Wild Places and me at Cody Curl.